Yes.
Yep, we're ready.
Okay.
All right, I'd like to call to order the DDA meeting scheduled for Tuesday, March 18th at 6 p.m. Our first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay.
Would everybody please stand? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Mr. Miller, would you take the roll, please?
Mayor Jacobs.
Here.
Chairperson Walker.
Here.
Trustee Walconis.
Absent and excused.
Trustee Hyder.
Absent and excused.
Trustee Clark.
Here.
Trustee Barry.
Here.
Trustee Baydoun. Has to be excused.
Absent and excused.
Yeah. Trustee Nasruddin.
Here.
And Trustee Taylor.
Here.
Okay. You do have a quorum with 6 members.
Thank you. Moving on to item 4, approval of the agenda as presented. Looking for a motion.
Move. So moved.
Moved by Mayor Jacobs,
I'll support.
support by Trustee Taylor. Any comments from the table? From the general public? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 6-0. We don't have any presentations tonight, no community events. Move on to item 7, the consent agenda. Motion's in order for the consent agenda.
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented, A 1 through 3.
Do I have a support?
I support.
Support from Trustee Fadi. Any discussion from the table? From the general public? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 6-0. Moving on to item B, our action items. Number 1 is landscape and streetscape maintenance agreement. This is with Carter's Landscaping. It's a 1-year contract, and he kept the prices the same.
Yes,
No increase.
correct.
So
And part of our original agreement with Carter's was that he would have these yearly approvals based on his performance, and he always does a very good job in maintaining the downtown. He keeps the trash cans emptied, blows, sweeps, all of that. And then also, part of the contract services has the decorations that go up, plus the banners, all of that he takes care of, and all of the flowers. So all of that is included in here. And again, part of the contract is that if you look through it, he does do a lot down there. And it's a lot of area to take care of, plus the mowing of the right-of-way, he takes care of that. And as bricks come loose, he does fix all of those also. Gary does, I think, a very good job, and I think it's well worth the funds that he charges us.
okay, I'll entertain a motion for the landscape contract agreement.
I'll motion it.
Motion by Trustee Fadi.
I'll second.
Second by Trustee Barry. Any more discussion from the table? From the general public? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 6-0. Moving on to item 2, 2025 Chili Cook-Off Community Event Budget. Mr. Miller?
Actually, John is going to take this.
Okay. Mr. Prash?
So, are you ready?
Wake up, John.
Sure. We've been working earlier this year on pre-planning for the event, and basically what's in front of you today is a list of expected and historical expenditures in their entirety. So instead of coming to the board and asking for this dollar amount for this activity and this and this and this, we just itemized it all up. The total projected expenses sitting at $28,300. So we're asking for the board to requesting a budget for expenses not to exceed $30,000. Excuse me. Also understand that this is offset by sponsorships that are not yet retained, as well as income from the event itself. So this money will offset at a pretty big dollar amount. So this is really just to get everything rolling so we can put down deposits and reserve early this year and get everything situated the way that we would
Can I
like
ask,
to.
what was our revenue? What did we bring in last year? This is expenditures, but what did we bring in for the chili?
Last year's budget, we spent approximately $24,000, and we brought in approximately, I want to say 18 and 19.
Yeah, it was 18,000.
So,
Okay.
So,
Any other discussion?
also part of this expenditure is also, the last meeting, we approved the purchasing policy where an event like this could be approved in its entirety,
Okay.
as opposed to separate items, so.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion
Okay.
that we approve the chili cook-off expenditures as presented
30,000.
for $30,000, not to exceed $30,000.
Motion by trustee Taylor. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. Trustee Clark. Any more discussion from the table, from the general public? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 6-0. Music in the Park sponsorship.
Yes, and I don't, Jackie, do you want to address the board? No, she says no. Okay, fine. She's good, okay. Okay, all right. So Jackie's here from the Garden City Business Alliance, and each year we try to support their event for the music in the park. This year, you can see that we're asking for a sponsorship of $2,000, which we do have budgeted in the promotions line item for next year, beginning July 1. But you can see that they have June 19th, July 17th, and August 21st concerts in the park, and they're doing all of that. One of the big name groups is in July, and they're called, what are they called? Magic Bus. Magic Bus they have a large following and draws a lot of people into the community for the event. I know that when they've played in Plymouth that you can't even park near the park, actually, it's so busy. And so they're hoping for that to continue, of course, our sponsorship and support of their agency that is always working with the businesses in the community. So.
Okay, so you're recommending the $2,000 sponsorship?
Which we have done in the past.
Okay. Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Motion by Mayor Jacobs,
At the presenting sponsor.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I second.
second from trustee Barry. Any more discussion on Music in the Park sponsorship from the
We're gonna have
table?
Hold on, are we going to have the Zeffie and Bisbee?
We're not sure. Okay.
Any more discussion from the table? From the general public? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes 6-0. Moving on to item 8, other business. Item A is 2025 Hometown Hero banners. These items are just for discussion. We don't vote on these. We'll turn it over to you, Mr. Miller.
Yes, I'm doing kind of the final push to get 40 banners prepared for Hometown Hero banners for this year. Just yesterday at the city council meeting, I did a little commercial to kind of fill up the rest. I had 31 yesterday, I needed 9. Today I received 5 applications, so we're filling up quickly just on the little commercial I did there. What I'll be doing before I leave on vacation, I'm going to be getting all of that to the printer. So we, each picture submitted separately along with the Excel spreadsheet of the, of the veteran and what their branch of services and information for the banners. We're looking to get those printed and up by Memorial Day. And so we'll be, again,
You already have 40 people lined up?
no, I still have a few more. I had 31 yesterday, I received 5, so I'm at 36. So I have 4.
They have to be active military or a veteran, and they have to have a connection to Garden City, correct?
Yes, and we need a photograph of them in their uniform.
Photograph in the uniform.
Yes.
And they get that to you here at City Hall?
Yes, and the application's available online also.
Okay, any other discussion on this or questions? Anybody at the table? This is just discussion items. Okay, moving on to item B, Lucky Squirrel. Back to you, Mr. Miller.
We're in full squirrel mode. So, we have 150 vendor spots, and we're working to fill all of those vendor spots this year. As you recall, maybe a couple meetings ago, I talked about our bag day, and we've got that all put together. We've ordered the bags, and we've also established a sign-in for that. So the purpose of this is to start to grow our list of people who are attending our event, so we can start to track better who is coming and if they're going to continue. And part of it is to build our list so that we can say, we're having this event, and just keep in communication with them. So they'll register for a bag, and then on that day, so they'll register with their email. We'll send an email with a QR code. They'll show the QR code, and then we'll be able to give them the bag. The bag has Zeffy the squirrel. That is the lucky squirrel, our little moniker, and just kind of a cute connection with the squirrel, squirreling away all these things and treasures they can find at the outdoor craft and vendor show. So we're working on that, and we're also going to start a little Facebook event, kind of marketing event through the Facebook marketing to get that and then support the event on those days. As you know, it's busy down there, and there's a lot of people that come to it, and so we're trying, of course, to increase the amount of shoppers. We also did another little marketing piece for each of the vendors. If they have a following, we gave them I can't think of it, a little flyer that they could also attach to their stuff to get the word out if they have their following and when they're coming and they'll be at the event. So we did that too, so.
Okay. Any questions on the Lucky Squirrel from the table? Okay, next item for discussion, chili cook-off.
Again, we're trying to be better prepared for the September 27th event. The mayor, John, Zachary King, our communications specialist, and myself are meeting monthly about the chili cook-off, getting it ready, and looking forward to making sure that we've got all the avenues covered for that event. Again, it does draw a lot of people downtown, and we need to be prepared. Of course, you approved the budget, but we're also, looking at changing a few things for it. The Touch It truck is going to be on Central, so that it's not going to be up at the fire station. We're going to kind of be down here, DPW trucks, kind of to make a connection with Central, because Central's closed, and
Right.
it's kind of a no man's land. We're also looking and coordinating with the bands, food trucks, and then we're hoping, actually, right now as we speak, the Garden City Youth Athletic Association, GCYAA, is trying to look at maybe partnering with us to do a pancake breakfast. They used to do a pancake breakfast a number of years ago, and we're looking to see if they wanted to participate in that. So in the morning from, say, 9 to 11, they would be here doing that. Of course, there'll be more people to the event, but in turn, they're going to be hosting that event, but they're also offering to help each chili team by purchasing some of their food, the food that they need to make the chili. And so they're going to talk about that. Actually, they're talking about it at their board meeting tonight to see what they would come up with in exchange for them doing this. They would be helping our chili teams and purchasing all of the tomatoes and everything that goes in chili. I don't even know. So hopefully that will be kind of we're trying to make it a chili cook-off community event and make it an all-day affair. So we're hoping kind of from either 9 or 10 in the morning till 10 at night to have something going on all day. We're going to have the car show. We're looking at trying to have like a registered cornhole tournament at the event, and then also additional food trucks that will support after pancakes are done, we'll have food trucks that will kind of supplement both the chili time and then also when the bands start and the beer tent is open. So we're working on that, a lot of coordination. Soon, of course, the budget was approved. As soon as that's done, we can start to make reservations and put deposits down so that people can start to figure their schedule for the year. I also want to try and make that the last Lucky Squirrel and this chili cook-off. It's September 20th is last Lucky Squirrel, September 27th is the chili cook-off, and looking to see that we're going to kind of have like a harvest theme also to have a vendor that's going to do pumpkins, corn stalks, hay bales, those kinds of things to offer for sale at that time. So that's all. So we're working on it every month, trying to work on coordinating all of that. We're always looking for sponsors. We're also always looking for volunteers. So please think about that as we're going forward. So.
Okay, any comments from the table or questions on the chili cook-off?
I just had one question. I know you had talked about having pumpkins and things like that at our last meeting. Is that something you could do in conjunction with Barson's, or would they have a line on that stuff, or is there other people that you would pursue for that?
I've talked to Mr. Barson,
Okay.
so he it's part of, he wants to do it, but he's like, he wants to make sure that he'll be able to get the stock and everything like that. So we assume it will be him, but I'm not sure.
Okay, well, because I was going to pursue other things that I do through our church if,
Okay.
I didn't want to supersede anything that's been done in the past. So if Barson's or a local person was going to be doing it, then we'll just leave it alone. But I also can do some things if Barson's doesn't work
Okay.
out.
Well, we're also, I've talked to Corey Butler a little bit at the fire station, and they did the pumpkin sales for Kiwanis last year. And so, but it moved around and it didn't work great for them, but we're trying to see if we can partner with them to have kind of, this is going to be the spot where you can have, support Kiwanis. You can come here, get them there also. So make it part of that too. So just to help them kind of maybe kind of cement down where they'll be, so.
Okay. Item D, volunteer appreciation.
Yes, I just wanted to let you know that unfortunately that we didn't have a big enough response, and the event has been canceled for the 20th. So if you did respond, you should have gotten an email back, but I just wanted to let you know in case you were planning on just showing up that it is canceled, and we don't at this time have one rescheduled. We do appreciate you, but we wanted to make it a cost-effective event also, so.
Okay. Moving on to item 9, public comments for non-agenda items. Anybody in the public wishing to speak? Okay. Director's report.
Well, of course, I've given you a lot of information. I just wanted to give you a little update regarding Orange Jewelers and what's occurring over there. They've begun the process to apply for a reutilization of the spot, so there would be commercial on the first floor, and they're looking to add 3 levels of multifamily housing on the top there. And so they're going to apply for, at first, is a rezoning to rezone the parcel to PD, Plan Development District, so that we can look at, part of the Plan Development District zoning gives some flexibility in the ordinance so that they won't have to meet all of the requirements, say, of multifamily, of parking, all of that. They're building something that will fit the site and that they can service with parking, setbacks, density, all of that. So we're working with them to do that. Part of that is, I think we talked about the property tax credit, and we've started to explore the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority property tax credit option to, it would be an assist and a property tax credit that they would be seeking from the city and also the Wayne County Brownfield Redevelopment Authority to assist with some of the development costs over there. But we're working on it, and it is coming forward, but the first step is to apply for the rezoning, which they've done. But we're working on kind of revising the plans that were submitted to look more, maybe more pleasing to what we expected as opposed to what they gave us, I guess. So we're working on trying to look at that and go forward. Also, do you have any questions regarding Orin? So, and then
Are they still putting a restaurant?
I believe that's going to be part of it. So, because they do have restaurants elsewhere, so,
Well, because I remember at one point they wanted to put a Brome, and then they went down to Westland, they put a Brome over there.
yes, yes.
I seen that, it was the old steakhouse, or,
It was Boston Market.
was it a
Boston Market, yeah,
Okay,
was there,
yeah,
in front of Kroger, yeah.
yeah.
So, but we did talk to them about the food truck for the chili cook-off. They think they'll have that there, so.
Okay.
And, but again, there's a lot of moving parts with that, both on the city side for the DDA and for the developers too. So they're looking at approximately maybe 63 units there, so. And of course, I've been supporting them doing that. And then there was another thing I wanted to report to, and I forgot. I apologize. If I think of it, I'll tell you by email. So, all right, thank you.
Mr. Prosh, you have anything tonight?
No, thank you.
Okay. Trustee Fadi?
No comments, thank you.
Okay. Trustee Taylor?
Nothing today, thanks.
Trustee Barry?
We are getting upgraded equipment at the Marshall Yard, so I'd like to let you guys know that we are probably getting close to a retail value of probably about $500,000 of upgraded equipment in there. Should be in there within the next 2 months, so
Oh, very nice.
something nice.
Okay. Trustee Clark?
Might be able to get a rematch there.
Mayor Jacobs, you got anything?
I still see it, it's on up. Everybody asked me about it.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Okay, I got one thing. I am resigning as of tonight. The wife and I are moving out of Garden City this Saturday. I've lived in Garden City 64 years of my 67 years, and it's time to start the next chapter in my life towards retirement. So regrettably, I love Garden City. Garden City will always be my home, but I do have to resign as of tonight because we are moving out of the city. With that, no further business. This meeting's adjourned. Thank you.
Thank
Would
you
like
for your
to
service.
thank you for your service for not only DDA, but everything, Randy.
Thank you.
For all your service.